Dallis groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Well then, this is, as they say, it. I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind, let alone that I would be proud to do so. I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity, including myself.
Fane lays a bony hand on your shoulder, squeezing gently.
Do you know, I believe you will.
You think back on your journey here. Shall you be divine?
So it ends. I am victorious. My people, come to me. Throw off the chains of the God King and return.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the God-Woken. The Eternals reclaimed the world. Dwarves, elves, lizards, and humans all became slaves, ruled over by the Sworn and the Eternals. Relics of the old world remained, but in time they crumbled and fell, like the memories of the peoples who had built them, lost to time like sand in the wind, but not lost to Fane. Fane would never forget.
Fane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. As you approach, you see he isn't holding it. The book is floating slightly above his hands. He glances up, and you see his eye sockets glow faintly. He seems to be taking in every detail.
You, my companion, my friend. Please, my child, I am no divine. I am so much more. I am the savior of my people, the warden of Rivellon, the vanquisher of the God King. I am eternal incarnate. And I am glad that you are here.
Fane takes your hand, leaving the encyclopedia he was holding to float beside him. For a moment, it hangs in the air, unmoving, before it slowly disintegrates to nothing.
Today, my love, we start anew. Do not fear, dear one. It is over. The world is set right. You were slaves under the Seven, and you did not yearn for freedom. Worse, you were mistreated slaves. They allowed you to fight, to kill, to suffer. There will be no suffering in the world of the Eternals. There will be no pain, no war, no sadness. There will only be the natural order. Do you complain when the hurricane blows? Do you tell the volcano that it will suffer for burning your village? No, my child. This is the natural way of things. The source of the Eternals is to be returned to the Eternals. We shall rebuild the world that was stolen from us, and you shall see it all. Is that what you made the creatures of your land? Slaves? The horses that pulled your plows? The sheep that clothed you? The cows that filled your stomachs? A shepherd cares for his flock, just as I care for you. Free? Do you know what freedom is? Have you ever truly felt the cold terror of its touch? You were born a slave. You have lived as a slave. Now you protest that those above you are honest. My darling, my sweet, you have nothing to fear. You will stand by my side at all times. You are my favorite. It will be a glorious world that we build together. As am I, my dear. They will be safe. There will be no more war, no more pain, no more misery. They will only know peace. Of course, Source must still be harvested. The Eternals must survive. But the cruelty of the Seven is over. It will be yours, my darling. You are no Eternal, but you are so much more than any mortal. So it ends. I am victorious. My king, return! Bring our people home!
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. The Eternals returned to the world. In the eyes of the God King, Fane was redeemed. He returned to his studies. Dwarves, elves, lizards, and humans all became slaves, ruled over by the Sworn and the Eternals. The God King had defeated the Seven and returned from the void. Relics of the old world remained, but in time they crumbled and fell, like the memories of the peoples who had built them, lost to time like sand in the wind, but not lost to Fane. Fane would never forget. As for me, I was freed of one covenant only to be enslaved once more. But I am fortunate. I serve Master Fane now. My task, to chronicle the rise and fall of the Godwoken. This was their story. Master, I hope you approve.
Fane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. As you approach, he tears out a page and throws it overboard. The skeleton glances up, big, sad eye sockets taking in your every detail. He looks away, tears out several more pages, and throws them to the wind.
I'm sorry. Truly, deeply sorry, but I couldn't leave them. I couldn't doom them to the void. Not again. And now the history of Rivellon. Well, it hardly matters now.
He tears another page from the book and tosses it over the side with a sigh.
Perhaps. But you didn't. I did. And I shall have to live with that. Well, for eternity. Although perhaps the God King will grow tired of us. Perhaps eternity will not last as long as I'd hoped. I do not know what the future will hold, but I am certain that the past is done. This world is over.
He turns from you and with a grunt of effort flings the book out into the sea.
What a waste.
As he watches the encyclopedia sink into the ocean's dark heart, Fane pulls out his own notebook, opens it, and tears out the first page. Fane rips another page from his notebook and drops it into the sea below.
Correcting history. After all, none of it matters, does it? Not after what I did. Now it may as well have never happened.
He tears another page from the book and tosses it over the side with a sigh.
Welcomed me. This world showed me nothing but contempt when I showed my true face. No, this world did not make me feel welcome. You are the one shining light in this world, my love. Not at all. It's good for nothing but kindling now. After all, none of it matters, does it? Not after what I did.
He tears another page from the book and tosses it over the side with a sigh.
Yes, Well, I suppose there is that upside. I'm not sure what this promised future will hold, but I know the past is done. Okay. How could I be okay? I had to choose between my people and yours, and, well, it all feels kind of pointless. I might have saved my people, but at the cost of this world? It leaves a sour taste in my... Well, suffice to say, I could be happier. That, I fear, is where you're wrong. The God King has won. My people are returned. It is very much over.
The look on his face softens, and he gives you a bittersweet smile.
Yes, it does. You have been here with me through all of this. Thank you, my love. Soon we will start our life together. But first...
He turns from you, and with a grunt of effort, flings the book out into the sea.